rock you.
That's how it's done, Brock.
That's right. Woo! What a game!
An absolute blowout. We beat the Buccaneers 35-7 at home, and at the end of the game, it was rainy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think it was the tears from Tom Brady. Oh man, that was great. So let's talk about the game.
Well, Christian McCaffrey had a great game, 119 yards.
Oh my God, yeah. He has not broken out much at all since he came here. Maybe that Rams game was awesome, of course, but yeah, 119 yards on 14 carries, and he had a rushing touchdown, right?
And a receiving one.
Ooh, yeah.
That was a close one.
That was a close one, right? Yeah. That was a toe drag swag right there. My God, he was juggling it. First it was a touchdown. Then they said maybe it wasn't even a catch. And then they replayed it, right? And then he showed him juggling it, but then getting the ball back. Yeah, and then toe dragging. Oh my God.
Okay, I know this is not important, but I just want to point out that the referee was scaring me. How he was saying it was so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, they just had to do that. There's like, they just couldn't tell us what they were thinking. They were like just stretching it out on their announcement. Yeah, CMC ran wild today, so that's great. Yeah,
over 150 scrimmage yards.
Yeah, all purpose, man. This guy has done everything. Catching and receiving, man. Not since Roger Craig did we have such a weapon. Okay, maybe I won't go that far, but he is incredible. But let's not gloss over the MVP of the game.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, my God, right? This is historic. Right?
Yeah, I've never seen a Mr. Relevant do this.
Yeah, what do they say? Mr. Relevant never even threw a touchdown pass before, let alone start a game and win it against
the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Oh my God, what a head-to-head.
And he is the first ever rookie for their first start to beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's right. He was Tom Brady was 6-0, basically against first-time starters. I think we saw that, and he was the first one. Tom Brady did not look too sharp.
Yeah.
In this game, could have been him a little bit on our defense, but forget about Tom Brady. Brock Purdy, MVP this game, I'd say. My God, he played so well. His stats weren't incredible. How many touchdowns did he have again?
2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I did call that one. I was like, you got to run it, Purdy. It was just like, it just felt right. Like it was the defense wouldn't be ready for it. I don't know if it was really a run play for him, but he took off pretty quickly. I think after he maybe looked at I got to look at it again to see that. Whether or not it was really just a run play for him or was it a pass play. Then he ran it, seeing that everybody was covered. Ayuk came out with 2 receptions and also one of those touchdowns that Purdy did throw. I was so impressed. Were you?
Yeah, I was impressed with everybody, but specifically Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Also Christian McCaffrey, of course. 2 MVPs.
Mm-hmm. The pressure wasn't too much for Purdy. I thought he held it very well in the last game, but you just never know what's going to happen in the second game. Is he really going to be able to keep it up, or was that just a fluke? And it seems like this is the real deal. The guy was so clutch, right? Didn't he get away from some pass rushers?
Yeah, he juked him.
He juked him out, ran, threw the ball on the run, on target, keeping the chains moving. The one Purdy play that I liked the most was the one right after he threw the interception. He was so frustrated and disappointed in himself. He was about to walk off the field, right? And then they called it a penalty. Then he got another chance. For me, I thought he would have just, threw a short pass, be safe, and get at least a field goal. But instead, he went for Ayuk for that somewhat deep pass and got a touchdown. That was gutsy. The guy has nerves of steel.
Yeah. And did you know Brock Purdy has thrown apparently 2 deep balls, whatever you can share that, and Jim Garoppolo has only thrown 1 this entire season.
Yeah, in the less than 2 games that Purdy has played, that's true. That stat we saw. Garoppolo threw 1, and the other person was CMC threw a deep ball at that time on that trick play. So Purdy already has twice as many deep balls thrown for touchdowns as Garoppolo did the whole season. So, man, I don't know. It just Purdy just looks so good. He's got everything that Garoppolo can give, it seems, with the short passes, but he can get away from the pass rush, make a play off script, and he's not afraid. That's the thing, he's not afraid of all the pressure of a Super Bowl Caliber team, exactly. All this is riding, some of it on his shoulders, a lot of it, and he's taking it on, no problem. Impressive.
I felt the Buccaneers at the end weren't blitzing as much.
That's true. At the beginning, you're right. There was a lot of pressure. It seemed a lot of extra people on the line.
But then when Vita Vea got injured with the calf injury, it felt like they weren't blitzing anymore.
Oh, that's true. That's probably their best defensive lineman, huh? Yeah. There was so many injuries. My God, it was like they were dropping like flies after a while. And of course, we'll talk about the Deebo. That's big time. But what else happened in the game? Oh, turnovers, right? You were talking about it.
1 interception by Deshaun Gibson. Tom Brady overthrew Mike Evans right over him. Mm-hmm. And Deshaun Gibson got a big return. Not for a touchdown, but a pretty big return.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I know. Not too bad for that guy. I was pretty impressed with his return. Then the other interception, right, was by
Dre
Greenlaw. Oh, man, he got some height on that jump. Tipped it in the air to himself, intercepted it, then got tackled pretty soon after that. But that was awesome, though. Yeah. Greenlaw has been playing his head off.
15 tackles.
15 and 10 of those are solo, and he led the team by far, right? I think Travarius Ward was the second player with 6 solo tackles, but Greenlaw is playing out of his mind right now. He is looking great, and you want to nominate him for
Pro Bowl?
Pro Bowl? You were talking about Defensive Player of the Week too. Yeah, this guy deserves it. I mean, he played well last week, and he's playing extremely well this week too. So, man, we are so lucky we re-signed him.
Yeah, 2-year extension.
We signed him. The guy should be getting starter, Pro Bowl starter money.
Wait, do we know how much money he got paid yet though?
It didn't seem like it was a lot. I mean, compared to how he's playing,
we
got a bargain.
$20 million.
Yeah. What was the other turnover?
Travarius Ward. Wait, was it Travarius Ward? Or was it Jimmy Ward? No, it was Jimmy Ward. And Jimmy Ward was about to stop Rachaad White from getting a first down.
Oh, yeah.
And then he lateraled it, but it seemed like he was lateraling it forward. And then Travarius Ward hit it away, and then it was flying on the floor in the air, and it's bounced on the floor, and Aziz got it.
Yes, another man. Our linebackers is just ball hawking. I love Aziz. Hopefully he'll stay.
Yeah.
Although we already paid two of our linebackers, but love Aziz. So
every player played well.
Yeah, the defense played great. No sacks, huh?
Yeah, no Bosa sack.
No Bosa. Yeah,
that's
the Bosa watch. Yeah. Yep. We'll talk about that later with the sack leader and everything. But it was a little slow on the defensive. We were hoping to get Tom Brady. The guy's kind of a statue by now at 45.
I mean, if you throw fast and you're a statue, there's a chance you will not get sacked.
It's true. He threw a lot of short passes, tight end, running backs, and things like that. It didn't work out too well for them on the offensive side, which is good for us.
but started to be negative. Deebo Samuel, ankle injury, was carted off the field.
Yeah, I thought it was a knee injury, but now that we read, it's not as bad.
Not serious. And Kyle Shanahan thinks it's a high ankle sprain. And I don't remember the last time someone got a high ankle sprain. I just remember 2020.
We had tons of high ankle sprain. Everybody had a high ankle sprain that year. But
wasn't it like 4 weeks?
I wouldn't be surprised. 4 weeks will put us all the way to the playoffs or so.
Yeah, he'll return for the playoffs.
Yeah, if 4 weeks is an accurate time frame, but at least it's not an ACL or MCL, which would have just finished his whole season. What a relief. I really thought the worst.
If it's a high ankle sprain, he's out for 4 weeks, do you think we'll put him on IR?
No, I don't think so. No, because we still have that, right? The 2 last spots we got to bring back. I think everybody's going to be wounded and hurt, and it's going to be on our roster because we can't bring. We can only bring 2 more players back from IR. We ought to have Kinlaw and Mitchell, and they're holding back on Garoppolo. I mean, talk about that, but yeah, the Garoppolo news too, right? Who was it that reported that from ESPN? Was it Rappaport? Was saying that Jimmy Garoppolo's injury would last how long?
3 months.
3 months now.
Not realistic.
Instead of 7 to 8 weeks, now they're talking about 3 months, and now it's unrealistic that he'll ever play this season. So I don't know what the truth is. But if that's more true, then we can put Garoppolo on IR, open a roster spot, but leave Deebo on the roster, not on IR. Don't put him on IR.
But I think if we don't put Garoppolo on IR this week, he could return.
Yeah, I'm assuming if they've decided and talked about it, and still they think it's best to leave him on the roster instead of on IR and open a roster spot. I think they feel that Garoppolo has an outside chance to help us out, whether as a backup or actually playing. Yeah. What other injuries do we have from that game?
Okay, not the important one. Dante Johnson knee injury was out the game. Okay, and then but
Dante Johnson's sighting. Okay, yeah.
Kevin Givens knee injury. This was in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that cuts into our depth on our interior linemen, defensive linemen. So we're already pretty thin. I hope he can come back. Givens is a great player.
At least we have Armstead.
Armstead's back. Yeah, exactly. We're getting thin on the defensive tackle front, I think.
And I never knew this happened until like a while ago. I didn't even know this happened during the game. Samuel Womack with a concussion.
Oh wow! I wonder if that happened on a return or something. As a gunner, who knows? Yeah, that's a shame. There was a couple of other ones, like when Diamador Lenore was down the ground. I was like, oh my God, our other starting cornerback could be out. It was just too many.
But he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, he seemed fine. He kept on playing, so that's a relief. Jimmy Ward too. He was down for a little bit. Oh, so much worries. What else we got?
Remember when we were on like a 3 no injury?
Yeah, I know.
That was
Did they were catching up to
amazing.
All that? Who else we got? Is it
Karen Hyder ankle injury?
Okay.
Happened at the end of the game too.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay too. I like him.
And this one I never knew. Brock Purdy.
Yeah, we found out after the game, and it was reported that he had a oblique injury that's in the abdomen area on the side.
But Kyle Shanahan wasn't worried.
That's relief, and he toughed it out. Purdy stuff. We're learning a lot about this guy, and he seems to be. Right now, I gotta say he's pretty amazing. People say, "Oh, he's the next Tom Brady." Hey, he could be. I'm gonna give it that, okay?
Okay, you need to slow down.
I'm just saying. A late round quarterback that can win game, and he's just. they even did the side by side comparison on TV. They're like, a lot of the things that they said were negatives about Tom Brady. They said the same thing about Brock Purdy. In that case, there's a lot of similarities, and he seems to be a winner, and he's not phased by all the pressure. You know,
And studies. That is homework too.
you gotta. You want to be great, you gotta do your studies.
And okay, let's talk about the playoffs.
Oh man, okay, yeah. How is the NFC West looking now after the games that have been played?
The Seattle Seahawks lost against the Panthers
Oh yeah, my God.
30-24.
I was watching that game pretty closely, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought the Panthers could beat the Seahawks? You look at that matchup, you're like, no way. Oh man, I think the Seahawks could win that pretty easily.
Probably before this season even started, everyone thought that would be a boring match because they thought the Seahawks would be horrible, and the Panthers they thought they'd be horrible too.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a pretty good game actually.
Sam Darnold came to play in that game, and he played pretty well. And man, I love it. Seahawks lost. They're going down the drain. Let's flush them.
By the way, 6-game winning streak.
Oh man! On top of that, we are the hottest team in the NFL. My God! I mean, how lucky are we?
Yeah.
This is amazing. What an amazing run! I mean, when you thought, oh no, Trey Lance is down, and then Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't playing too well, and then our seasons. Oh man, it happened that time last year too. You know,
How do we lose to the Broncos at the time?
Garoppolo just was not playing well. He came in for the Seahawks game, played well in that little short bit, but then next week he just didn't play well at all. We both didn't play well. The Broncos didn't play well. It was a terrible game.
Yeah.
Remember, that was a terrible game. Both Russell
10-9.
Wilson. It was an ugly game, and we just couldn't pull it through. But anyways, so how about the rest of the West?
Well, the Rams beat the Raiders 17-16 with Baker Mayfield.
Boo! Yeah, I was really hoping Mayfield would just blow up in their face, but unfortunately they got a win from him.
And tomorrow, Cardinals versus Patriots on Monday Night Football.
Oh, okay. I mean, that could be a close game. The Patriots are not like totally killing people nowadays, but yeah. I mean, the Rams are out of it. The Cardinals are almost out of it. And, you know, if we beat the Seahawks on Thursday, we will win the NFC West. We will lock it in.
Yeah.
One more win. But it's a short week. So it's going to be tough with all these injuries, these bumps and bruises we got in this last game to play in, 4 days. It's a lot to ask. I hope we can do it.
This is the outsider division. Minnesota lost to the Lions.
Oh, man. So that means, what is our record now? Ours is 9-4, right?
Yeah.
And then the Vikings are
10-3.
10-3. Okay. Yep. So we are just one game away from tying them,
Wow.
getting the second seed in the NFC. Yes, the Eagles won again. That's a gimme almost every week.
Yes, and they have locked in the playoff spot.
So I'm not worried about the number one spot. I'm hoping to take over the Vikings. How about some other teams in the NFC that are like nipping at our tails?
Well, the Eagles destroyed the Giants today, and the Giants lost.
Okay, so the Giants lost. Okay, they're down one. Okay, that's great.
Oh yeah, Nick Bosa too. About his sacks, he's still leading. Max Crosby is at 11.5. Judon currently is at 13. Micah Parsons is still at 12.
Okay, so basically I think everything stayed the same almost. I think Max Crosby did get a sack in the last game.
Did.
Yep, and the rest of them did not get sacks. So everybody's pretty much the same. Nick Bosa is still leading the NFL by 1.5 sacks over Matthew Judon. So the Nick Bosa watch is still going on, and I'm still hoping, he can make it through and win Defensive Player of the Year. That'd be a great honor for him. He deserves it.
Next week, we are going against the Seattle Seahawks, not home this time, at Seattle.
What? Not at home. I'm too used to playing at home now.
Yeah.
We got a good streak going. All right.
On Thursday Night Football.
All right. That's great.
And that wraps up for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And comment. Don't forget to check out my other channel, JT Dub.
Yep. Go Niners.
And subscribe to Me and the Dream.
Yeah.
And goodbye.